Hello friends, Romans, countrymen, how are you? We are at South Markham Campground in the Rend Lake recreation area. It is a Army Corps of Engineers campground. It's part of 5 or 6 different campgrounds around the bottom of this lake. It's a really nice little lake. It's only about 20 feet deep and it's a muddy lake, but the bass and catfish fishing are pretty good, I guess. It's big enough to have big pontoon boats on and party boats, and there's even some houseboats down at the Marina, which we'll take you down and show you. With the access pass, this is a $9 a night campsite with electricity and fantastic shower house and bathrooms and everything. So this is a pretty nice campground. We'll give you a tour, a quick tour. It's a huge campsite, and like I say, it's one of, I think, 5 in the area. But they're all huge campgrounds around this Army Corps of Engineers lake. And if they're all like this one, the only thing wrong with these campgrounds is that they have these concrete picnic tables that you can't move. But as you see my neighbor's site here, you might not be able to see this on the driveway. Just tilts down quite a bit. Now this one isn't as bad as mine was, and then it tilts sideways. This side is about 4 inches higher than the other side. So, and I'll say this again in the tours, if you come to this campground, it's a marvelous campground. We are well apart from each other. I mean, there's probably 100 feet between me and my neighbor. Bring as many leveling blocks as you can carry because you're going to need them. There's a general store just outside of the park area, and they rent kayaks and they rent RVs. So if you think you want to go camping but you don't have a good RV and you don't have a tent that you don't want to sleep on the ground or anything, you can call them up. You rent the site and use my sites. You can rent their RV and they will bring it on site, set it up for you, get it all ready. It'll be all stocked with all the pots and pans and everything you need. The only thing you got to bring is food and clothes, and you can stay in it. It's just like renting a cabin. I think it's a few bucks. Like I say, they rent kayaks. The kayaks are a little expensive, around $40 a day, and they're not on the lake. You have to drag the kayak to the lake. Or maybe they'll deliver them for you. The absolutely best reason for the Wolf Pup versus the A-Liner is the A-Liner did not have an awning. We were always in the rain, and we didn't mind. I don't mind getting wet. I don't mind carrying an umbrella, but it's a pain in the neck one. Anyways, I'm gonna go in and have dinner, and then we'll try to get a tour of the campground a little bit. Does Interstate 57 go up to Chicago? So if you're coming from that area, or Detroit or any place else, you're headed south, this is an awesome place to stay. Let me get in. I got food cooking, and we'll get with you on the rest of the campground. Okay, stay tuned. More to come. Dinner for tonight, if you really are concerned. I didn't film making it because it was just spaghetti and meatballs. I have some wonderful meatballs. The spaghetti is pesto spaghetti, and I add a huge handful of spinach to the water while the spaghetti is boiling, and of course there's Parmesan cheese on it, but it's really good. And these meatballs are actually from Walmart, and they're really good too. I'm surprised how good they are. But the pesto and the cheese and the spinach all together, oh, it's a really good meal. So try that when you're making spaghetti. Throw in a handful of chopped frozen spinach, and it'll cook in the last 3 or 4 minutes, and it's great. I love it. Okay folks, this is going to be a quick and dirty tour of the campground. This is a very big campground, and they have some pretty nice sites. Army Corps of Engineers, it's $18 with electricity. Little more than that for water and sewer and everything else. The bathrooms are superb. They need to tell somebody that they're you don't paint concrete block with latex paint, because it just peels right off, which is what is all the bathrooms were painted yellow with some kind of latex paint, and it's just peeling off all over. It looks pretty gross, but it's not. It's just clean paint. But this is the first loop. Owls had, but since it's raining, we can't walk around and show you all the good sights. But one of the things about these sites, and this is, you know, take heed of the best sites in my list, because one of the problems with this is the roads are raised up about 1 foot to 2 foot. Okay, so the road is in the air a little bit, and then the campsites on either side of the road slope down or slope up. They're not very level unless there's a mistake in the way they made the road. But like, this is the place I was first set, and like this 19 is going down like a waterfall, and 21 is flat, but 22 is not. And they not only slope up and down, but they slope side to side. So 24 is a deep slope, 23 is a flat, and these are in the best sites. And this is one of the bathrooms here, and they're individual rooms with toilet and shower and everything. So that's pretty nice. I really like that. And because this is intermittently full hookups, there's full hookups here and there. I don't know how high, but you can kind of tell by the numbers. These are 23, 33, 32, 35. These are all so slanted, either front to back or side to side, that you better bring a lot of leveling equipment. And one of the things with my Wolf Pup is I had I was in a site right up here, and I had the front jack all the way out, and it was kind of like tilty. I mean, I get in the trailer and it would jostle side to side. So I asked them to change me, and they did change me to a really nice site I picked out because I was already here. I got here about 10 o'clock in the morning, and so they changed me. But this is the site I was in, 44, and it has an incredible slope down. Now the ranger tells me that the description has the slope of the campsite in the description, in the details, and it said it was 2.5 slope. So if that's 2.5 slope, I'm an idiot. But I had my back bumper just about on the ground, and the front hitch of the camper was in the very most extended for the front jack. So that's kind of a quick look around the campsite. They're not too close. There's nice room between them. As usual, the ones on the inner side of a loop, the door faces the road, and the ones on the outside of the loop, the door faces the woods or the back or whatever. Which, like this one, this particular loop, which is the 50 and above, has no inner loop, which is pretty nice. I assume that's because they have a regular bathroom. They don't have a big shower house or anything like that. They don't have showers here in this one loop. The next loop over, where I am, has the big shower house, and I guess there's a path to walk over there, or of course you can drive. But this is right on the lake, some of these sites, but they're pretty sloped. I mean, you'll never worry about flooding, but they're sloped right down like they remind me of a boat ramp. And then also there are a lot of sites that are double sites, and I don't understand why they need so many double sites. But You can see the bathroom in front of us. It is flush toilets, but it's just toilets. And again, it's a single room with a toilet and a lock, and they have male and female. I don't know why. I mean, it must be something in the female toilets that men don't have. But anyways, I think I'll conclude the tour. You don't have to see every single site. But it's a pretty nice place. These are the dumpsters. And right across from the dumpsters, you got parking spots here, and you got a big parking lot over there where the main shower house is. And it's got 8 showers and 5 johns and 4 urinals and 4 sinks. So it's a really nice shower house. It'd be pretty hard to believe that was ever packed full, but I suppose it's possible. All right, we're now going to go over to the visitor center. Oh, I've got to take you through Whispering Pines. This is really pretty. If you like shade, this is 131 and up. And look at these sites. These are nice level sites in the trees, pine trees. Now, of course, you're going to get pine needles in your cars in the fall or early spring. But these are great big long sites. They're pretty big, pretty wide. You know, the site is the driveway is 7.5 feet, but they have a regular bathroom, not a shower bathroom. But again, the big shower house is right next to them. But they have some really nice sites here. They have a few that are banana shaped. They're low in the middle and high on each end. But this is a really nice campsite in here, and they're well spaced. They're really far apart. So this is Whispering Pines again, 130 to 145, I think. So we are visiting the visitor center. It looks like a pretty nice visitor center. So let's see if we can keep the rain off the lens and get inside. Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. That's decent. We're here at 10 o'clock. Look at this. It's right for my age groups. Basic detail of the lake. And these are the campgrounds around the lake. South Markham, North Markham, Gun Creek, Wayne Fitzgerald State Park, the Dam West, which I think is just picnic area, South Sandusky, North Sandusky, and the Rend Lake bike trail goes all the way around, almost. That's pretty neat. There are campgrounds, boat ramps, Jesus, beaches. Oh, there's only 2 beaches. And the bike trail. There's the bike trail all around the lake. There. Exhibit hall. Let's check out the exhibit hall. There is a lot of this going on around this lake. I'm not sure I understand it. Ooh, they have a real black snake. I hope this doesn't turn off too many people. Very nice. Wow, look at all the furs they've got. Oof, it's a nice coyote fur. We could put Aquilas in here. There's what the dam looks like if we could get on it for construction. It's a minor dam. This dam was designed to help control flow of water to minimize drought and flood conditions without completely stopping the flow. So this is the bike trail, and they're trying to get it to go all the way around the lake on the lower half. They do allow electric bikes. They do not allow electric scooters, which is a little weird. They don't understand the difference. We ran up to the marina, which is really a pretty big marina. And it's a nice little protected area inside some break walls and stuff. They rent little John boats for fishing, and they rent these great big monster pontoon boats for between 300 and 400 bucks a day, depending on how big you want it. They do not have kayaks or canoes, but just outside the park there's a general store that does have kayaks. And here's a quick another look at the bike trail or hiking trail. Well, the rain is letting up just a little, and somebody's making all these complaining sounds behind me in the car, so we figured, where'd he go? Running around the car. We figured we'd get out on the nature trail here and see what's going on. There's nobody in this area, so we'll get out and check out some of the trail. This is an awesome spot. Talking to a very cute young ranger in the visitor center, she says that this place pretty much fills up every weekend in the summer, in the hot season. And of course it is pretty close to Chicago and all those places in Illinois and Indiana. Well, bring it with you. Come on, come this way. He's brought out his ball. This way. See, he drops the ball when he has to sniff something, because the ball interferes with the sniffing. But then it's up again. One of the tricks people have to learn about these types of really nice places that are really cheap. I mean, $18. That's the regular price. You know, if you get the access pass or something like that, it's only $9 a day for electricity, and I think it's $11 a day for for water. Maybe 12 or 15 for a full dump. I mean, come on. That's like, you know, you go to a state park or a KOA or something like that and you're paying 35, 40 bucks. But one of the tricks that they use to reserve when you can't get a spot is when, you know, when the reservations for July 1st open, they quickly reserve 14 days from July 1st, because you can reserve out from that first day where you can't normally reserve, and then so they get the 4th and on, and then when they later in the month they'll cancel those early days that were inside the reservation window, and so they come available. So you got to keep a look, not for the day that, you know, midnight of the day you come. You have to look at the days that, you know, are being canceled a month later. So, hey, you, come on back. I think we're going to head back to the car. He's happy. Now, my son called me and told me that his poodle puppy was limping around and holding one leg off the ground. And he's just a little less than 2 years old. And of course, I always listen to these guys on the speakerphone. So I say give him an aspirin. It's probably just growing pains. He'll be all right. Well, The next day, or that afternoon, this moron is walking around holding up one leg, running around on 3 feet. And I think he just heard the other dog was, you know, having problems, so he thought he should have problems too. Get that, give me that ball, out. Now, of course, for those of you who are not aware, the healing ability of a ball are pretty good. So you tell me, does he seem to have any limping or favoring that back leg? oh, there he's limping. There he's limping. He had to limp. When I said limp, he had to limp. I think he's a big faker myself. The power of anesthetic balls, that's all. These things are around the south end of the lake. You drive past them as you go into the showers. Has just the slightest amount of smell of oil. These are all along the road, and some of them are running, some of them aren't. And then you've got that big berm behind them that's covering up something, but the smell in this area is pretty oily, petroleum like. Okay, it's really hard to deal with a dog that's smarter than you are. I just got done telling you how I think his limp is fake. Well, he's going to show me that the limp isn't fake. I let him out of the back of the car, and this is what I see. Blood everywhere. He's going to show me that, you know, he doesn't fake it, it's real. And somehow he ripped a pad on his front paw. He's bleeding from right there. Not a big deal. But they bleed. We'll make him stay in there and he'll continue to lick it. But he's going to prove to me that, you know, he's hurt. He just doesn't realize that before he was limping on the rear leg. Give me that ball. I have bandages in the trailer. I could bandage him up, but I don't think he'd be happy with that. It'll stop bleeding eventually. Everybody runs out of blood eventually. Well, folks, I have edited this down from about 50 minutes to I think 20 something. So I'm going to end it here. And he did live. He continued to chew the ball. We got a couple of other places we're going. Places with no names or no descriptions that I see on YouTube. In Tennessee and one in Kentucky maybe. But anyways, stay tuned. Watch the rest of this trip. These are great campgrounds, great places we're going. They're all really cheap. Let me know how you like the videos. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, follow me up. My next big video will probably be the A-Liner rally. And then we're headed up north through New York and Pennsylvania and West Virginia and who knows where else we'll go. But stay tuned. We got more fun and adventure coming along. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the road. Bye-bye.